Great Scott, viewer! I'm future Matt, and I've come back to fight crime from a future time. But the time stream is in flux, my friends, and if we're not quick, we're going to completely damage the space-time continuum. You see, there are certain time periods where we must fix chronal anomalies, and the only way to get there is through playing historical video games. Yes, there is an underlying plot for this episode that will not be referenced again inside of it. Anyway, I played historical video games. I traveled to the Roman invasion of Britannia to throw a human head at a guy and scream a lot in Wulverblade. Cody is stuck in the Civil War, showing the superiority of horse over cannon in North and South. And Nikki is stuck in ancient Japan, where afros were super big, I guess, in Way of the Samurai. All this, and we've looked at the future. And the future is cardboard? What? It's Cartridge Blowers, episode 131. I've gotten my PhD in samurai. Now, listen, viewer. I'm going to need your help as well. I need you to get access to the greatest time travel video game of all. You know the one with the guy with the red dome piece, and he's got to go to different eras to stop the big spiky monster from causing a horrible end for everyone. Mario's Time Machine. I need you to play that. This is not a prank. You should definitely play that game. It's super good.
YNIN's Cartridge Blowers, starring Cody Coleman, Nikki Wright, Matt Krua, and no one else. Cartridge Blowers. Hello everybody, and welcome to YNIN's Cartridge Blowers, the show where we give video games a second chance to make a first impression. I'm Cody Coleman, and with me as always is Nikki Wright.
Hello.
And Matt Krua.
Oh, hi.
Hi, welcome sir.
Hello.
This is the show where in the second half we play video games based around a theme, and this week the theme is games that happened in real history. Not like you're not controlling actual people from history, but the games take place.
You could be.
True.
On a game, right?
That's maybe so. Maybe like when you actually play a World War II game, you could accidentally cause the Nazis to win real World War II. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like a video game where you take control of the actual living person in the past?
Yeah. And
So
control
I'm
their
like-
actions.
I'm like VR Lincoln, and I can like super hot my way past the assassin's bullet,
Mm-hmm.
and then I turn around and I throw my hat, and it kind of allows him
Yeah.
in half, and then president for life.
That's how it works.
Cool.
You know?
Makes sense. Yeah.
We got to make the right video game, and then we can control history. That's how
The
it
one
works.
with time travel mind control.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we get on that. Anyway, that's what we're going to play in the second half. If you are watching us after the fact, as you can every other week on YouTube, which is youtube.com/YNINpod or youtube.com/C/cartridgeblowers, you can watch the great old edited part and skip ahead to all of the parts you want to skip ahead to by clicking on the timestamp in the description below. But if you are watching this live, as you can every other Friday on twitch.tv/cartridgeblowers, you're just going to have to listen to us jibber jabber. Talk about all the things that we want to talk about before we get there. You're ours now. I'm sorry. But
There's nowhere to run.
yeah.
Welcome to YouTube. It's living hell forever.
That's their tagline, actually.
Yeah, Google actually
Yeah.
introduced that, and we're rolling it out here live on Cartridge Blowers. I hope you like this and all of your data that we just stole.
Yeah. We've been working real hard on that data
Boy.
stealing.
Half of you are like cheating on your wives. What's the matter with you?
Right?
Yeah, and the other half of you are just dirty sex perverts. Super nasty. And I love it.
We welcome all types here. Actually, that's not entirely
We
true.
don't judge much.
No, just a little.
We definitely judge a little.
Just a smidgen.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what you have to look forward
That's what you
to.
love to do.
That's our entire history, being very judgy. But before we get to all that video game playing goodness, what did we play just in our own personal lives throughout the last 2 weeks? Anything?
I play video games.
Kind of count on you two,
I
honestly.
play video games. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Gosh. I feel like I always play video games. My life is a
like
mess.
why we have a show or something.
I know. It's so stupid. I played Nintendo Labo, which is
Let's talk about that.
It's kind of video games.
Yeah,
Sort
okay.
of. Okay. So,
It's creativity at the very least.
right. I ordered a big box of cardboard,
A box of boxes.
and when you open it up, it's like a big briefcase, and it opens up, and inside are like 30 sheets of cardboard for which you can poke things out. And there is a Switch case. Inside is a Switch cartridge for the Nintendo Labo Lab.
Sure. Why
Yeah.
not? Yeah.
And so I got the variety kit and the robot kit, but I've only touched the variety kit so far. And so BB and I went through it together. BB's my niece. We went through it together, and it brings you through step by step throughout the entire process on how to build certain things that are inside the kit. It starts you out with a tutorial. You pop some things out of some cardboard. You fold them together. They snap together pretty nice. It makes a very firm fit. And like it brings you through this tutorial where you make like a Joy-Con holder, which is
Okay.
like the most useless thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
It's not impressive.
okay. Okay. Go ahead.
But it gets you ready for what you're going to be doing. And so on the first day, we decided we were going to do the shortest project, which is to build an RC car. And what it took was we popped some pieces out. We then folded them together. It's a lot of folding along creases, a lot of popping tabs into holes. And at the end of the day, we got this thing that kind of looked like, man, my only comparison is like the Spider Slayer robot from the 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
I sadly know what you're talking about.
Cool. Thank
Yeah.
you. Let's put the Spider Slayer robot up
Sure.
here next to my face.
Here, I'll
Cool.
superimpose it.
Thank you. Now I'm the Spider Slayer. This is great. And so it looks kind of like that. Pardon. And you slot the Joy-Cons into the side.
Okay.
And then on the screen of the Switch, there are buttons for you to press. And it vibrates the Joy-Cons that you have slotted into this cardboard Spider Slayer in such a way that it moves when you press the buttons on this virtual controller.
Yeah.
And it kind of rules.
Okay.
Like you're using this controller in a way that, like, the Joy-Con is a video game controller. You're using it in a way that I wouldn't really think to use it at all.
It's very clever.
It is.
I guess it just
Super
knows
clever.
exactly how to vibrate.
I mean, right, but then you can also customize it, right? So there are levers on the screen where you can change the vibrational frequency, and you can make one Joy-Con vibrate harder than the other for like hard turns. It adjusts within like pinpoint accuracy. So
That's really cool, actually.
yeah, there's a lot going on there. And then like secretly, the way the Labo cartridge is set up, it's this fake laboratory that you joined with these 3 characters that are very Nintendo characters. They're very fun and fanciful, that are based around the ideas of building, playing, and discovering. And so one of them leads you through the build process. One of them is like, hey, here's some games you could play with this RC car. And then the discovery person is like, here's how some shit works. And let's get into the nuts and bolts of it. And so, like, for instance, you go through the discovery part and it shows you that, well, actually, did you know one of these Joy-Cons has an IR camera, and you can use this because it's actually always on while we're running this car around. And so you can use it to like find reflective surfaces, and then it will automatically drive over there.
Oh, cool.
And this is just the RC car, and it's like, it's so silly. Then they're like, guess what else? There's a second RC car in there pop that bad boy out, get 2 more Joy-Cons, and then you can have like sumo battles to play kids like.
Lucky for you, you have like 4 billion Joy-Cons at this point.
I do have every Joy-Con currently that is not packaged with the system.
Excellent.
I am currently at peak Joy-Con. So yeah, we built the other car, and then they encourage you to go wild and design it, which BB had a blast doing. There are other cutouts where you can like customize like face plates for it, but then they're like, hey, just cut out whatever shape you want, do whatever, glue googly eyes to it, we don't care, and come up with your own games.
The real question: did you have battle bots?
Yes.
Cool.
We had wedge type battle bots. That's what this was. And like at one point you're getting like a sort of wedge that you attach to the mouth of this RC car, and then the whole goal of the game is to flip the other person over. And I'm like, that's
amazing.
This is the dream. Yeah. So we started building the fishing pole.
Okay.
Which was one of the ones I'm most excited about because the game for it looked pretty neat. We didn't get through with it because the RC car build time is about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Everything else is minimum an hour.
Oh, wow.
All the way up to like the piano takes about 2 hours.
Wow.
Okay. That's a long time.
Yeah, but the piano is pretty impressive if you've seen it at all.
The piano's pretty incredible.
Yeah. And so we got halfway through the fishing pole, and the way it works is pretty incredible because it's a telescoping object that you're creating, but you're making it out of cardboard, and there's no glue involved, and there's nothing like you're...
Really? There's no glue?
Yeah, no, there's no glue for anything.
Really?
Tape, no anything. Everything just fits together perfectly.
Slot A into slot B?
Yeah, and like nothing feels flimsy about it. It's really weird. I mean, it feels flimsy now because someone spilled fucking water on it. But
that was you, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh no, who was it?
I don't know. I think someone left a cup of water.
1 billion cats.
Yes, one of the billions, the Legion. So haven't finished the fishing pole. Not sure if I can. But the other stuff is safe. I'm looking forward to building the piano at some point. But the cool thing is, like, you're not going to get through this in one day.
Okay.
Because there's just too much to it. And I got to one part that I thought was extremely interesting. So there's a secret lab that you can find by digging around in the menus on the cartridge. And within that, you can program your own programs.
Yeah.
And so, like, people have been doing really crazy stuff. If you look around on Twitter or YouTube for, like, Labo, I guess, mods, I don't know what you would actually search for, but you can find really crazy stuff. Someone programmed a Game & Watch game.
Really?
In it? Yeah.
That's
so it's
fun.
the Game & Watch game ball. And all they did was they just put a piece of paper over the screen, and then it's just a light going back and forth. You can make really simple rhythm games, like Guitar Hero style, where you're just pressing things along to music that you play with the piano.
Neat.
So someone made a game with the IR camera where they were like throwing cards into a hat, and every time that they made a card into the hat, it picked up a point.
Yeah.
So the IR camera was detecting it. It seems like kind of baby's first game programming studio,
which is very awesome.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and that's on top of all this cardboard weird ass cool shit that comes with it. But like then you can just kind of do whatever you want, and I'm expecting some crazy stuff to be coming soon. I don't know. It's a really neat product. I don't think it's for everybody. Still,
I could imagine not.
But I mean, like, especially at the price point, though I saw it on sale already for $50.
Really? That's cheaper than a game.
Yeah, it's on sale on eBay for $50. So,
that's cool. Yeah, I want to play around with it and just pretend like I'm more creative than I am.
Sure.
So yeah.
Sure. I mean, I would compare it a lot to Lego.
Right on.
Where there's this sort of maker atmosphere to it, but also you can just follow the instructions if you're not that type of person.
Okay.
Which I would put myself kind of like in between. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna make, from scratch like a fucking Sistine Chapel statue or something, but like I could probably make something kind of neat. But also, I'd probably just rather follow the directions. That,
Yeah,
but
or you could probably download directions from
sure.
something else too.
And also it's a fun collaborative experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I do happen to have a small child around, but I actually think it'd be pretty fun for really anyone who wants to, like, if you're not doing it by yourself.
Right on.
I recommend not doing it by yourself.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, played around with Labo. Other thing
Excellent.
I played this week, I played a game on the Switch. I don't Stop me if I talk about this. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. A game called Rogue Aces. Did I talk about that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Explain what it is.
Rogue Aces is a plane video game. Not like boring, but aeroplane.
No, I assumed.
Sure.
This does not sound familiar. No.
Okay. So you're a plane. It's 2D. You start on a boat, and you are given random missions.
Okay.
The entire world is also randomly generated every time you start, because this is a roguelike game, kind of like Rogue Legacy and stuff like that.
Okay.
Except you're a plane, and you're in the middle of a war, and you're given random missions, and you must do them. When you do it, you gain power-ups.
Okay.
And experience. When you gain certain amounts of experience, you level up, and your levels are carried in between playthroughs because you only have 3 planes, and once you die, you die. And then you come back with whatever level you had, and you can use that to get kind of permanent stat boosts, enabling you to go further and further into the game. But it's a 2D kind of dogfighting plane game where you've got different bombs, you've got a machine gun, but the real fun of it is that you have really good control in the air. It just feels good. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, because I feel like I'm not selling this game enough. It's got a pretty fun sense of humor. One of my favorite lines is when you start a brand new campaign and the general who gives you the missions is like, "Whoopsie, looks like I started a war. Well, go off and blow some planes."
Beans.
Right. And then there's other modes involved. There's an arcade mode. There is a sort of long form campaign that is kind of like a board game almost.
Oh, cool.
Where you're doing each of your lives kind of takes you across multiple islands. And again, everything is randomly generated. So your missions are random. The terrain that you fly over and have to attack is random. As you go further, the planes that you're fighting in the air and the tanks and stuff on the ground get stronger. I can't really think of any games to compare it to.
Okay.
I would say, it's a side-scrolling shooter at the end of the day, like something like Gradius-ish, but it's definitely not, because you can go left and right and you have full control over the world. So something like, what's that helicopter game from like the Atari era?
Shoplifter?
Shoplifter, a little bit, right?
Okay.
Except you're a plane, so you're fast. And I don't know, it's a lot of fun. I feel like my words aren't doing it justice, so just look up videos.
Okay, sure. Maybe I'll put a trailer in.
Yeah,
while you speak.
It's pretty cheap. I think it was like $12.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, that's not bad at all.
And oddly enough, it is a game that is console only, even though it really seems like it would be like a PC game like crazy. But you can get it on PS4, Xbox One, or Switch.
It's console only for now.
As far as I know, they're not developing a PC version.
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird.
That is odd. All right.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Cool. Nikki, what about you? Oh.
Come on.
You look at me with such disdain. All right, cool. I finished the Blaster Master Zero, which game's fun. I originally got the bad ending, and then I got the good ending, or the real ending.
That last level is kind of tough.
It is, yeah, absolutely. But that game is super fun. And then, so I beat that. Really liked it. And then I started playing Shovel Knight, which is a game Matt has praised for a long time on this show, and I decided I would give it another shot because I wanted something to play on the Switch. And and that seemed like the one. Because I can't get people to tell me that Sonic Forces is good and I should spend money on it. So,
It is.
yeah.
It's waiting for you.
Yeah, my lord. And that's really it. That's really all I got. Anything coming out that you would like to talk about, Matt? Nikki?
No.
No? All right. Well, then why don't we just go back into history and play some games?
Let's do it.
So, like I said, this week the theme is historical games. Games that took place in real life historical times and not some fake shit. And I think I have Matt up first.
Okay.
So, Matt.
So I decided to go to Steam and I found the historical tag, and then I looked at all games with the historical tag, and then I sorted them by good.
Okay, I didn't realize there was a historical tag.
Yes. Now
that would have made my search easier.
Well, there is an issue.
Okay.
The issue was this. The issue was that I'm on the PC. I'm looking at historical games. There are 99% strategy.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much like Civilization, Crusader Kings, Age of Empires, Red Alert, yeah. All of these are games that are, they take place during history, but they're not really a good fit for our show.
No. And then the others are like World War II first-person shooters.
Yeah. That was so let's say 90% strategy, 5% World War II first-person shooters, and then 5% other stuff.
Okay.
So I had to dig a little hard for that other stuff. I found some cool things. There was a game called, oh man, I forget what it was called. It was like this sort of gladiator simulation.
Okay.
And that seemed kind of neat. But it also seemed not as mired in history as I would like. I wanted something that seemed vaguely real.
Okay.
Sure. There's another one that was like, it dealt with ancient Greek wars, but like also the gods were involved. And like, no. I need some real shit.
Yeah.
And then I found this game. I played a game called Wulverblade.
Wulverblade. Okay, cool.
That was the worst X-Men.
Yes, Wulverblade.
That's the Costco Wolverine.
Yes. So Wulverblade, let's see, it was designed by a company called Fully Illustrated, I think. Maybe that's just the name of the website design they have. But Wulverblade was released last year, and it is a 2D beat 'em up.
Okay.
That is set in 120 AD, as the Romans are invading Britannia, and the Anglo-Saxons are attempting to stop the Roman hordes from their invasion. You can play as one of 3 different Britannians.
Okay.
I don't know what the true word is here. In order to hold off the hordes of the Roman legion. It is fully hand-drawn.
Cool.
But like, not like, say, Cuphead, like hand-drawn, let's say like
Flash style or something.
Flash style, kind of, yeah. But it's each of the characters is fairly different. It's got 2-player simultaneous co-op if you want to do that. A couple different modes like a campaign versus arcade. And on the map screen, when you're going between levels, you can see historical, like a sort of documentary video about that area and things that actually happened there.
Okay, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I'm not going to show any of that, but it's in there.
Okay, cool. All right, neat.
So let's take a look at Wulverblade.
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, I am going to say Wulverblade is...
User perps. Okay.
It is a bad name. It's a very bad name.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's badass. I don't know. But I think it's just bad.
Agreed.
Your character, and I find out something really cool.
Okay.
Which is when you select them, I figured I'll be the girl because she has speed.
Good plan. Oh, shit.
That's a sound.
When you select them, they scream. So I'm like, oh, I gotta select everybody. I gotta hear them scream.
Obviously. Oh, his scream was not as fun.
Oh, some of them do a slash? I need to hear her scream again. You know, I need to hear her scream again. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so we're Guinevere. We're going to the Caledonian Woodland.
All right.
And I'm going to skip. There's a lot of cutscene. We'll see a little bit of it, I think. The Britannia, 120 AD.
Man speaks of many legends. Some are true, others less so. But there is one tale that has never been fully told. One
Hey,
tale
good
still
voice.
shrouded in mystery.
Yeah, no. This is like, I mean, I don't want to give it away, but I mean, I did say that I searched for good games. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's a pretty alright game this week.
Queen Boudica had bloodied the nose of the
And so, like, Boudica
on her
is an actual historical figure.
curse upon
Really?
retaliation.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Ninth Legion marched north to confront the heathen horde once more.
And so, like, this art style here is pretty much the art style of the entire game.
I like it. I dig it. It
Yeah,
looks
no,
good.
it's an interesting
Strong
choice.
arm.
I would say kind of like maybe an indie comic book, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely moves. The animations are definitely
Like
flash.
a flash. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you've got some different attacks. You got a light attack, a heavy attack. You got jumps. Her heavy attack doesn't really do anything because she's the light character.
Yeah.
But you're gonna see that I can slice with the best of them.
Yeah, she's fast as hell. Look at that.
Yeah. And you're also gonna see that this game does not skimp on the violence.
Yeah, that's pretty
Because-
decapitations aplenty.
Yeah,
Oh,
pick up
you can pick up the head.
And throw it as a weapon
All right, cool.
multiple times. Yeah, so you can do, you know, your normal kind of Streets of Rage-ish fight, beat 'em up stuff. There's grabs. You can pick up, you know, weapons off the ground, as you can see, and toss them. I can pick up money, and I can use that for upgrades later on. I can find chickens, like there's one back there.
Man, this place is just lousy with Mjolnirs.
People keep dropping their Mjolnirs everywhere, and you know, you'd think they'd take better care
Right?
of it. It's also got the old, you know, beat 'em up standby of, hey, here's a bunch of the same dude.
Well, yeah.
Each character also has a special that takes life meter to use.
Okay.
So here I'm just kind of double checking the
Call
controls.
wolves.
We'll get to that.
Okay. Also rage.
We'll get to that a little later.
Alright.
So you know, you can double jump, you can roll and dash, which I saw the roll dash and I was like, oh, I want to know that. There's a basic uppercut, which is like dash dash X. There's a down slash. There's my roll dash. Heck yeah, I'm gonna do that until I get into this cutscene.
My girls can handle you. They're hungry.
Oh my.
And so I can summon wolves once per level,
Cool.
and it basically is a screen clear.
So is that her special, or can all characters call
all
wolves?
characters can call wolves
Okay.
once per level. I would compare it to, you ever play Streets of Rage 1?
I did.
So you can call the police in that game to come and kill everything on the screen. It's kind of like that.
Ah man, I don't remember that. But
It
that's
might have been
cool.
Streets of Rage 2 or 3, but I'm pretty sure it's 1.
Man, this is a very violent game.
Yeah.
But you know, that's history for you.
And here I got like a special kill so I can juggle this guy a little more. That's pretty gross. There's no benefit to it that I know of, but just let me do it, so that's great. I'm gonna take this guy's head with me. It seems useful. Ah, beans. So, it is a beat 'em up. So I would say, you know, its weaknesses are that it does get kind of monotonous.
Yeah.
However, as I go on, I find different things to do that make it not as monotonous.
Right.
For instance, trying to get really long hit streaks is pretty fun.
Man.
But anytime you get hit, you get knocked out of your combo. And you know, the more you higher combo you have, the more points you get, and you can use points for nothing that I know of. So,
Well,
just like in any good video game.
yeah, I guess it's just your score.
Yeah. These spikes here, you're not going to see it in this video, but you can actually knock dudes into them, and they'll just get straight up impaled.
Of course you can.
Here I call my wolves.
Those wolves are useful. Why is
This
that
one-
guy just kneeling?
That wolf got caught on him and didn't kill him, and so he survived the wolf call.
Ah.
He did not get ball-toed.
That sounds like a pretty terrible fate. I'm not gonna
Getting
lie.
ball-toed.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's that kind of lightning slash thing you saw was my special attack that was kind of draining my
I
life.
gotcha.
But it's a good thing if people get behind you.
You just pick
So
up
honestly,
hands.
yeah, and if I sever their hands, I can throw them. The only things I really found that I truly struggled with here were archers. They're kind of jerks.
But you're the fast one.
I am, but they like to get really far away from me.
Well, that is what archers do.
I know, it's messed up, right?
Right. Like, how's that fair for you? Specifically.
It's rude, I feel.
I agree. Ah, dead.
I don't know why they're not looking out for me as a person, but
She just looks so angry.
I
guess
mean,
they
all the
do.
characters in this game are very angry.
Why do they gotta be so angry?
Here we've got a pretty high hit streak. We're gonna break 50 here. 10 kills in a row. And then some other jerks come in. What a bunch of idiots.
Right? They're just gonna keep your streak.
Come on, come on, come on. Let me get to that.
Ah,
No! I was so
combo
close.
breaker.
We're gonna cut ahead here.
Okay.
My first checkpoint. And I come across this sort of town full of baddies. And we're gonna try and take these guys out.
Who
There are
just
a lot.
hangs out with like their teeth out, just looking just super pissed off as they're chilling?
Romans?
I get. All right.
Well, these aren't Romans though. These are
These are
traitorous. These are traitorous Scots who have joined the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
And so there's like a heavy enemy.
Yeah.
He's gonna try and wreck me. and
Oh,
he
you are
does.
murdered.
Yeah.
You're straight up historied.
That's game over. This is our game over screen. So I decided to switch characters, and
Okay.
I'm now in arcade mode. What I was playing was campaign. This is arcade. And this is the screen we're on now is the screen after that village. I just skipped everything you've already seen.
Okay. So what's the difference between arcade and campaign?
Arcade, you get continues and a certain amount of lives.
Okay.
Campaign has checkpoints. It's easier to get through the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But in this one, people drop food all the time too, so you can heal.
Oh, okay.
So I'm playing the heavy character, who he's got, this big axe. He can do headbutts and suplexes. There goes one. And he does a lot more damage. And I think he's definitely way better. Like even though he's not as fast for sure, he just does so much more damage. Like I can just wreck dudes
You
in a
cut
couple
that
of
guy
hits.
in half.
Yeah, it didn't really matter. And this guy, the heavy, also has a much more pronounced strong attack, which is he pulls out that big axe,
I gotcha.
and it's got some good range on it. He's got a good shoulder tackle. I don't know. I like this guy a lot more. But yeah, we're just kind of slaughtering some dudes up here as the thunder roars behind us, which I think is exactly what happened in the old days.
Yeah, I think so too.
They waited for thunderstorms. And now we're going to get here to the first boss battle.
The Taburis claim this land in the name of Rome. Kneel or die!
Rome? I kneel only to our gods, or have you abandoned them also?
This game takes itself pretty seriously.
Yeah. Though the acting is not bad.
Oh, for sure.
It's pretty decent.
Get 'em, boys!
So, we've got a...
Oh.
so this is my rage mode. which makes me invincible, and I can do attacks.
Dude.
That refills as I do.
You Travis
rage full
touchdown.
games. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
So the gimmick of this boss is to dodge his hammer, hit him when he smashes into the ground. Not unlike, you know, Bebop and Rocksteady would do this stuff a lot in old Ninja Turtles beat 'em ups.
So in this game, when you get very angry, you become invincible and able to just wail on people faster.
Correct.
When I get really mad, I just make poor decisions.
I mean, yeah. But you also make poor decisions when you're not angry.
Well, I guess that's true.
Yeah. He also has the ability to call minions, but, you know, my dude just wrecks shit, so it doesn't matter. They're nothing to me.
His health is falling slowly, though.
The boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a couple of bars of health, just like our characters do. And each time you deploy or deplete his health bar, he goes into sort of another formation. So now he's been doing kind of smaller attacks in between getting his hammer caught. That attack there. And that one there. But it's all about kind of just dodging. I've got a block button, but if you know me and how I play any video game ever, block buttons are for fools. And I will not use it.
I never fucking remember that there is a block button, to be honest.
Like, unless the block button is me holding back, then I'm not going to block, sorry. And again, he keeps summoning dudes. There is a timer here in arcade mode.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm not going to fall to the timer, though. Don't worry. But really, it's just all about finding this guy's pattern. And he's, you know, just like any good beat-em-up boss, he is getting close to death, and he is now flashing red.
There you go. You made that guy not alive anymore.
He is no longer alive. And I can come over here and take his hammer.
Ah, cool.
And it replaces my actual regular attack. And there's like a history to every weapon when you pick them up.
Do you get to keep it permanently?
I get to keep it until it breaks.
Okay.
So I played a little bit of the next level, not on this video, but and there you can see my points. But yeah, it's an interesting game.
Cool. Excellent. All right. Anything else you would like to say about it?
No, pick it up. I feel like it was like 10 something bucks. Wasn't
Really?
bad.
Awesome.
So it's worth a playthrough.
Okay. Cool. So so I'm up next. I played a little old game called North and South.
Now that is, of course, about the Battle of the Poles.
It is.
Santa versus Anti-Santa, or Xanta, with an X at the beginning.
Right, yeah.
And they do battle. One of them trying to give gifts to all of the good children, and one of them trying to take gifts from all of the bad children.
It's very intense, man.
Correct. Yeah. They finally do battle at the center of the Earth, where they find Santa Prime, and they both absorb his abilities, and then they transform into a Amalga Santa. And
really?
No.
All right. Well, I played this game, so I know it's not true.
Okay.
I actually played a game about the American Civil War.
That's less fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I miss Santa already.
Yeah, and this game, made by Chemco, which was one of the 4 horsemen of the video game apocalypse. Yeah. So I normally play games we never played before. I do remember playing this as a kid. I just couldn't really remember much about it, so I decided I'll give it a shot because everything else was Civilization or like World War II games that I kept stumbling on. So why not? It's for the NES, and there's not much else to say about it except you're fighting the slave war, and yeah. So let's just get into it. Right? Listen to that great music.
I'm a big fan of this intro, just in general. The clouds with the silhouettes.
Right?
Yeah, it's really good.
So of course I'm gonna be the heroes. Yeah, you can pick. I am the Union, and I decided to turn on.
Is it a point and click game?
It is a strategy game.
Okay.
But it's since it all takes place on one screen, it's a little bit better for the show.
I
than,
remember
like,
the Civil War was between the Americans and the computer men.
Yeah, absolutely.
The defeat at Gettysburg has seriously compromised Lee's chances of victory. The North has taken advantage of Grant advances in the Mississippi. Oh no.
Yep. So I turned on the Native Americans, the storms, and the ships. I didn't know what any of it did, so I thought I'd give it a shot. But I'm playing the Union here, so.
Now you got two guys. Oh no.
I combined two into one. There's a train.
Bank? What just happened?
Yep. There's
That train animation is just beautiful.
right.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Here it is.
So here.
Dude, you almost
Oh
got
my
those
god,
horses.
this is really bad.
Yeah. So you have to switch between cannon men, infantry, and horses. And the cannon, I quickly learned, is pretty fucking useless.
You almost got those horses with it in that first shot, though.
I did.
Look at all this wasted space.
Right? So I decided I'm just going to be the one horse guy now. But
You're
now I'm dead.
Yeah.
Well, shit. This is not going well. As we know, if I lose here, maybe America is Confederate now. I don't know. We'll see. So that little train is basically collecting money as long as it gets to successfully go along this route. And if it collects enough money, you get a new guy, which we'll find out. Which we'll see a little bit later.
But this is a double army now. That
Yeah,
you're
yeah. This is my super army.
Heck yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
It's got two of those bad cannons.
Fuck you,
Oh,
Great
boy,
Coat.
back to this amazing battlefield.
Right?
Whoa, they're really good with cannons.
Yeah. So they killed all my fucking horses.
Me
But that's
too.
alright. I have, since I combined them, I have more infantry.
Horses were
and
the
horses.
key to victory. Come on.
Horses are the most useful characters in this game.
Can you go in the holes that have been formed?
You cannot.
Go to the underworld.
Alright,
They'll send
so
you-
I just
this
gotta
is
kill.
cannon guy.
I gotta kill Cannon Man.
That didn't work.
The most annoying part of this game is once your horses run off the side, it just takes for fucking ever for them to wrap back around. But I
You
won
died.
because
You
the cannon retreated, so I won.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, that's cool. Taking it back. I don't want to combine my guys up again though, because I want more infantry. More money. There we go. I get a new person. I gotta now choose where the hell to put him. So, yeah, sure, why not?
What does
Cool,
the
cool.
weather do?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, we'll never find out.
Cool, great.
It's there. It doesn't do shit as far as I'm concerned.
Shoot. Kill the horses. Oh no, Steve.
I killed some. Ah, shit. I have 2 horses left.
Oh gosh. You're gonna ruin history, Cody.
I am well on my way to fucking everything up.
no, they're
I
coming for you.
apologize in advance, history.
That was pretty good. Nice juking.
Yeah, thank you. Now we have to wait for my horses to run around the world.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Run around the world, la la la.
And you just
All right.
trample Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl's dead.
Whoa.
I win. I killed all of them.
And your horses fucking
They're just dancing.
yeah.
They're so happy. All right, cool. So I'm fixing my failures. It's fine. But now they're trying to take over my capital, apparently.
Whoa.
So
Wait, do you just watch this happen?
no, I get to pull these guys out from the side, but I don't get to choose where they're placed, and controlling them is actually kind of hard. So I need to stop Confederate man by throwing knives and punching him, so that the clock gets to the end of the line before the boot does. So that's my goal.
That's
That's a
right.
weird fucking sentence.
Right?
Hey, you got him.
But he got back up. So what I'm learning right here is he can't die. I just have to slow him down so that the clock wins.
Oh, I think you figured it out.
I'm working on it.
No shit. He's got a really good punch.
He really does. He fucking Dragon Ball punches me.
This reminds me a lot of Nidhogg.
What?
Yeah, Nidhogg's kind of a sword fighting game where, except that it's two-way running.
He
So
won.
you're trying to get to the end.
He took my fort.
Yeah, the South has risen again. Good job, Cody.
It's all right. It's not over yet. I don't know why it's not over yet, but it's not.
Because he's only got one dumbass army guy. And
I
you've got,
suppose
like,
so.
15. Whoa, shit.
So here we go. We get a different battlefield at the very least.
It gives them
This one feels like less wasted space, but still pretty much a waste.
Yeah.
Oh no, your horses.
There's too much for me to pay attention to. No! Alright, killed the infantry. I got the horsey. But now I gotta go back. Ah, shit. It's so slow.
Dude, this
I
is
killed...
going well, though.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing too bad. And I killed the guy.
Dude,
Alright.
Did you win the war?
I don't know, did I?
Well done,
I
son. You
did.
put into this bloody war by defeating the South in 3 months. It's time to make America great again.
I don't know why it reflects the words like
oh
that.
man, someone thought that was really cool.
They
It's
did.
not.
Like, oh man, look what
Someone
we can
was
do.
really hoping to get a raise for that.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right, well let's try again. Let's do a different year. Let's go back to the beginning. And
I like that the Confederate Army person looks vaguely dead. Oh, that's like Elvis,
right?
Confederate man.
Yeah.
Cool.
The Southern states have opened hostilities by taking Fort Sumner. Okay.
I start with fewer people. Also, we are sped up here by 50%.
And so you start with less territory too.
I do, yeah. So that's what the years do. They just give you different scenarios to start out
That's
with.
kind of neat.
Yeah. Oh shit. Not doing too well. I made the computer too smart.
Oh no.
What system did you say this was for?
The NES. Mm-hmm.
So I played this as a
Still
kid.
feels like this has to be early in the life of the system.
I think it was 1990. I think.
No, wow. Okay.
I think. Here, let me look that up. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm just trying to.
Did you just win the war? Oh,
no, I have to now storm this castle.
Okay.
Or I guess fort. But I can't fucking jump over that damn wagon, and the controls are not super responsive. So I tried jumping like right at the end of that hole, and it just doesn't fucking register.
Okay, cool, great.
So I have to go slower than I want to go. But I punched that guy to hell.
Yeah, but you're never gonna beat that clock now, Cody.
Yeah, it's too far ahead. That fucking wagon screwed me up. And that dog, I can't attack the dog.
Jesus Christ, what's that dog doing?
Right?
Oh no! Oh no!
I threw a tantrum.
I think your best bet is to go and slay this Confederate then. Pirates?
Yeah. This is, we're finally seeing the boat.
Oh,
which delivered me a new guy. It's
Hey,
my
look,
boat.
you a new guy? 'Cause I thought you were kind of winning already.
No, I needed that guy. So that I can devastate the South.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
Alright.
Okay, well, you got one guy left.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you got 2 horses left.
It's alright. I got it. I got
What do you
this.
need?
I have to run around the world real quick. Okay, there we go.
Oh, stalemate.
Missed him. So I'm
Horse stance.
just kind of trying to wait for them to run across so I can.
Cody, this is bad.
I have one left. One left.
Yeah, I was humping that house.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is 1989 when this was released.
Okay.
Just waiting.
So they could have done
I got
better
him.
with the graphics, is what you're saying.
Yes. Yes. No, they did not.
Wait, you just won the war again.
I just killed him. There we go.
Beautiful words, please. Yes, I love that so much. It's so good.
It's so good.
God, it's such a good gimmick.
All right. So that's
Can I
what
be
we got.
honest?
Huh?
I
Yeah.
played that as a kid.
Yeah.
And definitely like hated it.
Yeah.
That don't seem so bad.
Especially for a game developed by Kemco, it's really not that terrible.
That doesn't seem terrible.
Yeah.
Seems like there's something to it, you know. Maybe like baby's first strategy game.
Yeah,
But
right.
like, you know.
And you get to be the Union in the Civil War and destroy
And you're
the.
not allowed to play as the Confederacy. Everyone knows that. That's a crime.
Yeah, no, I mean you could if you wanted, but
You could, but you
but
would be
then
put
you'd be a
in
criminal.
jail. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mario would take you.
yeah, absolutely, yep. All right, so that's it for North and South. Not much else to say. Really wasn't that bad. I don't know if I would play it again, but that was good enough. Nikki, what'd you play?
I played Way of the Samurai, which was a PlayStation 2 game released in 2002.
Okay.
It takes place in 1878 after the fall of Tokugawa and the start of the Meiji period. It's the game itself sort of takes place in a fictional area called Rokotsu Pass. I remembered playing this game a little bit as a kid, and so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to play it now, just to kind of revisit it. It's okay. Let's get started.
Okay, sure.
Let's give it a shot.
Ooh.
So, I was going to include this whole opening cutscene, but after about 2.5 minutes, the cutscene was still going.
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
So I cut it out, and I wish I could say that my cuts in this week's episode are like nice. They're not. They're quick cuts. They don't fade or anything. So you're just going to see a lot of really sudden cuts in the video, and I apologize for that.
We're gonna consider them jump scares.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, give us those hits. I'm gonna scream every time.
Also, congratulations on playing the newest game you've ever played on Cartridge Blowers this week.
Yeah, a game past the year 1999.
I did it. It feels pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of myself. I want to thank everybody who made this happen. My job for giving me the money to buy the parts for the
Sure,
computer.
yeah.
Yeah.
God.
What's happening
for
in
making
this opening?
video games.
Ah.
That was a
Oh, there's
long
the
damn
first
opening.
Yeah, well, I cut out a lot more, and it
Yeah.
still wasn't finished.
So this is the first Way of the Samurai?
This is, yes.
'Cause I think there's like 4 of them.
There were, which I thought was really interesting. Here you can, create your character. I just go through all of them just to kind of show that off. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter what
Sure.
you pick, probably. I imagine the weapon matters later on as you progress through the game. I'm not gonna lie, I don't do too hot in this game this week, but that's fine. I didn't have a whole lot of time to record, so
That's right.
it is what it is. And also, when you first start the game, you're treated to the most incredible series. The most incredible series of tutorials.
Oh, boy.
That just goes on and on and on.
Awesome.
So I jump ahead about 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Yes, please. I've heard
Are you
enough.
sure you understand it all? Oh my gosh, she's owling you.
She is, and I don't understand it all, but I also want to just start playing. Yeah.
All right.
Did you think she'd always
So
be
I want to
here?
note that I could not hear the music while I was playing this.
Okay.
Wow.
It's very good.
Yeah. Very much in line with what you would expect in 1870s Japan.
Oh, absolutely. I visit there often.
I mean,
Yeah, me
you know,
too.
there are games that do music that is much more, I would say, appropriate for, this sort of era of Japan. Like, say, Dynasty Warriors.
Sure.
There you go. Dynasty Warriors are great.
They have perfect music. that is very 90s butt rock, and fits a lot better than whatever this is. Ugh, Shamisen, ugh.
Mhm. So I opened up the menu because, as you know, I like to invert my controls.
Oh my god.
But this didn't have that option.
Oh, this is why you're bad at it. Do you think you're bad at Mega Man because you really want to press like right to go left?
Listen, that's a 2D game. 2D games, you hold right and you're good to go.
Why does this guy have like a weird like bra to his shirt?
I think those are tattoos.
I think those
buddy.
are tattoos.
Oh, are they? Okay, that makes more sense.
You thought he was wearing like a
just
sleeve
sleeves.
bra?
Yeah,
like a vest with sleeves on it.
I did.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
So how early PS2 is this?
It came out in 2002.
Okay, so 2 years after.
Capitalist
by
Pig
this time
SA
already
says
had
they played the
like
shit out of this.
Final Fantasy X, which had arguably better graphics, although probably similar graphics.
Sure.
If Matt's current playthrough of the game is any indication.
Yeah. Okay, so you got like a sword fighting system. Oh, that's cool. Best
Oh,
attack.
that's neat. Yeah.
Right? Does so much. So, pretty much, and I didn't read what was probably the move list in that menu. So I just was mashing X and directional things just to see if that would change anything, and it largely didn't.
I want you to virtual fight it yourself right off this bridge. Just jump right over the
Dude,
barrier.
that was the goal, actually.
Whoa, you almost got that guy over the bridge.
Right? Like, my thought here is,
Whoa,
if I
yes!
could get him into the ravine, maybe he'll die.
Oh no, he didn't. There's just more fighting.
Ah.
Subuhachi is immortal. Oh. Shouldn't you be begging for your life about now? No, I've been kicking your ass.
Right? I just knocked you
Fucking
into a ravine, man.
Larry Fine
guess
looking
the-
asshole.
Did you ever get to experience the save system, Nikki? Mirage Leonardo says it was really terrible, but the game was good.
Was it terrible?
What was bad about the save system?
I don't know what was terrible about it.
I imagine you have to play for really long periods of time before you get to a save point or something.
Right.
And that sounds awful.
This is probably like a proto Yakuza, maybe. I feel like a lot of this seems to me like you're gonna go around and talk to people and do things to help them.
You can see how I'm having difficulties controlling the
Oh
character.
boy!
It's because you have to point the direction you want to go, and
Is it
man,
like
is that...
tank controls, like Resident Evil?
Kinda.
Okay.
So you press forward to move in the direction you're facing?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, well that, yeah.
That's already.
I hate that.
And I can see that I have some small health here, and if I learned anything from that overly long tutorial, food cures you. So I want to take up this offer of free food so
Cool.
that
Yeah,
I, can continue on my way of the samurai and live. Although,
like in real
spoiler
life.
alert, right, absolutely. Spoiler alert, my path is going to be cut pretty short here. So
Wait, you didn't eat the food?
I have to visit her at the restaurant
Oh, I
first.
thought you went back in that little shack that was under the bridge. I thought she was a troll.
No, we're gonna see the restaurant here in a
Oh,
second.
thank God. I was worried.
I know. I was really worried that would just fall into the ether, but we're good.
Yeah. I'm glad this town that has one house in it has a gate.
Yeah, and like ground that looks vaguely like a bearskin rug.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, we just met. If he looks familiar, he should, because we just met him. He lives in that little shack down by the river.
Mirage Leonardo says you don't save? The game's meant to be played like a 70s samurai flick. If you die, that's it. You just have to
Oh.
play through the full 1.5 to 2 hours of gameplay.
We stopped doing that with the
Wow.
NES, man. Like that's
That's
terrible.
awful. That's really terrible.
So Don reminds me of a character from Bushido Blade named Tony Umeda, who is like a funky Afro swordsman. I wonder if there's any connection.
Possibly, maybe.
How does it taste?
I was gonna say bad, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to start a fight with anybody.
Sure, that makes sense.
Because apparently, decisions you make in this game, like
Whoa, Don Donatellos?
Ah,
yes.
Donna.
Donna. I intend to spend the rest of my life in this country. All 10 seconds of it.
It has a permadeath system. One of the early PS2 games that had it.
Oh wait, now you're speaking my language.
Matt loves permadeath.
Oh boy, yes. I hope it deletes your saves when you die. There are no saves.
There are no saves to delete.
I hope it just burns the disc in half and melts it inside your system.
So it's interesting that you can't save because it talks about memory card use at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it's there to fool you. Memory cards are for losers.
Yeah, I never used them.
I only use them if I wanted to feel like a failure, which was always.
No, absolutely. That's why I've only ever played the first disc of any early Final Fantasy game.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, these guys look like bullies. These are bullies. You are Suichiro Shirotoko of the Kuro family. Well, oh no, a vase fell on that woman's butt. We'll take care of this idiot. Oh, thanks. Oh, he doesn't seem as appreciative as I thought he would be.
Oh, Onimusha is a lot of fun. I love the Onimusha.
I've actually never played it either.
Onimusha is cool as hell, yeah.
Yeah. All three of them are fun.
So again, some really stellar camera work.
Yeah, for sure.
This fight starts out really great, just trying to get a decent camera angle.
I'm glad that Donna was like, yeah, we're going to be legendary samurais together, and he's just kind of pacing.
Yeah, he's just hanging out there watching.
Well, I mean, like, not now, like later.
Right, later.
Later, they'll be legendary samurais together.
Right, like, he needs to assess my skills as, like, a pre-legendary samurai.
You have to fight this guy with the Ghost Rider head.
Right, yeah.
Right.
So, were there, in actual samurai times, were there just samurai fights in the middle of the city streets, like, constantly?
Sure.
Yeah.
I assumed you were a samurai historian now, Nikki. Now that you've played 11 minutes and 48 seconds.
12 minutes of playthrough. I have gotten my PhD in samurai.
Sure.
And
just teaching a class at the local university.
Dr. Samurai is the name of my new cult hit film.
You could.
Okay, so the Tenchu games, Mirage brings those up. Those are really cool.
Are they?
Yeah, they're stealth games.
Oh, Tenchu's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
I remember that one of the official PlayStation magazines came with a Tenchu demo, and it was super cool. Wait, did you lose?
I accidentally chose I apologize.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay. Oh no, you're not
And so
gonna.
I was like, well, I don't want to apologize.
No, wait, no.
I did nothing wrong.
Swear
I ate lunch.
allegiance, Nikki. No.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Fuck.
Okay. This is intriguing.
Nikki.
So, you're saying that it's kind of like it's got permadeath. You die when you die. So, are there like a bunch of different possible endings and deaths that end like that? Because that's kind of neat.
Yeah, there's a branching plot in this game.
Okay.
Cool.
So the decisions that you make and the things that you do can influence what happens.
Awesome. Yeah,
So,
I mean,
it's a cool game, and I sort of vaguely remember enjoying it as a kid. Maybe if I had more than.
Maybe like the memory card is used to like collect stats, like play stats, how many times you've
That
died
makes
and stuff
sense,
like that.
actually.
CPIG says you can actually save once during the game.
Just once?
Ooh, mysterious.
Oh man, these guys are Way of the Samurai's historians.
Yeah, I'm glad that we have a bunch of
No,
Way of
I'm
the
glad that
Samurai
they're
experts.
here. Like, I like having that information.
Yeah,
Thank
Yeah, a
you.
lot about North and South, huh? You couldn't bring us info about that because we didn't know much about it.
Yeah. Hey, we knew about the Santa and the anti-Santa.
That's
Great
true.
battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, that is it for this episode. But before
One more in the can.
one more. But before we go ahead and call the show over for the evening, Matt, what are we playing next time?
All right. Next time, viewers, you can be ready for games that are going to amaze you. They're going to wow you. They're going to knock you out of your socks. You're going to fly through the window. Your socks will be left on the ground, and people will wonder, "Oh no, where did my son go?" And they'll never find you because you have been so amazed you flew into the sun.
Sure.
We are playing games that are beloved by everybody.
Everybody.
Games that are loved by the world that we just never played for whatever reason.
All right. We've done this a couple times before.
Yeah, it's been about 30 episodes though.
All
So
right, right on. So,
Yeah.
So awesome. So basically, games that everyone else just loved the shit out of, and
has played that for some reason we were just under a rock at the
yeah,
time.
yeah, we're just like, you know what? Nah, we're not gonna do that.
I think the very first time we did this theme was when I found out, oh yeah, no, I definitely don't like Super Metroid.
Yeah, that's right.
right.
That's
Yeah.
when. And now our entire audience just leaves. So
Yeah, but also our brand is that I don't like Super Metroid.
That's true.
That is,
so you don't like Super Metroid, and that Nikki's bad at Mega Man. That's how.
but
it
I think it's
goes.
because she can't invert the controls.
Right, exactly. Yeah, she has to point right to go right. How weird.
Ugh, disgusting. Ugh. Oh, I'm vomiting just think about it. Ugh.
All right, guys. So that's what you have to look forward to next time. Until then, I'm Cody Coleman. With me, as always, is Nikki Wright.
I can play 2D platformers without a problem, guys.
And Matt
I mean-
Kura.
Except for Super Metroid, because that's boring. That's the problem you would have.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Until then, don't die. But Matt, what should they do?
Why, Cody, they should, of course, keep on blowing. I should have said it that way. It sounded bad and weird and like it.
Now you just made things awkward.
Keep on blowing.